Good morning. Today we will be talking about the most heart-throbbing technique for answering any query by South Indian technique they call the Jamakkol Prashna. The concept of Jamakkol Prashna, Jama means timing and Kul means planet. Jama means the time period of 1.5 hours. A day is 24 hours and divided into 16 equal durations, 8 durations in the day and 8 durations at night. The total number of minutes in one day, 24 hours, is 1440 divided by 16. So each duration for the Jama Grahas is 19 minutes. There are three constituents which are very important: the Udhayam, Arudha, Kavippu, and the Jama Grahas are placed from the sign Pisces in anti-clockwise direction, and they cannot be placed in the fixed signs 2, 5, 8, 11. It is most interesting that in this technique, like the Ashtak Mangala, we only use 8 planets. Rahu and Ketu are one planet called the snake or the Pambu. And the Udhayam at the time of the Prashna is most important. It has to be calculated. It can be calculated, and as per the software, it is very easy. You get all the planets placed, all the 17 planets placed in the chart. Which are the 17 planets? The outer planets are 8: Sun, Mars, Jupiter, Mercury, Venus, Saturn, Snake. These are the 8 outer Jama Grahas which move in anti-clockwise direction from Pisces, from the day lord and according to the time. And the 9 inner planets in transit, and the 3 main constituents, the Udhayam, Arudha and Kavippu. So, you see, in my last video I had mentioned that the cosmic energies keep on sending you messages. So I was just wondering that, you see, with great difficulty, I was desperate, and one day we decided to, whatever the second priority was, we will take that house. And we went to that house, and all the scrap, etc., from the house which was being constructed opposite 2-3 houses away, all the scrap was coming towards this house, and the dirty water was just in front of the house. If you had to step in, you had to place your foot on it, which clearly shows that it is not a good omen. But the house was good. I had decided that if I don't get any other house, I would take this house. Then we did not, although I had seen the house was beautiful inside, but outside it was just like shambles. So I decided not to take this house, and I had no other second option. I reversed my car, and when I was reversing my car, I met a property dealer whom I had met earlier, but he was not able to find any property for me. He asked me, "Sir, have you got a property?" I said, "No." He said, I asked him, "Do you have some properties?" He said, "Sir, yes sir, I've got some properties, and I misplaced your number and I was not able to contact you." So I asked him, "Is there any property of red color?" He said, "Yes, there is a property of red color, bricks color." So I told my wife that probably this house could be the house which we will hire. Why I said red color? Because, you see, my Mercury in my natal chart is with Rahu and Sun, and in the 11th house in the sign Aries, and there is exchange of Mars and Sun. So Rahu is big glasses, and Mercury, the 4th lord, with Rahu and Sun. So it clearly shows that a house of red bricks would definitely be there. Even in the present house where I am living, it is of red bricks. So I decided, I asked nature, but then suddenly it came into my mind that why shouldn't I put a Prashna and find out what are the details. This house, although I had got this house, I had settled with the owner, but the tenant was not vacating the house for almost 1 month. I had to hire this house on 1st of March until 8th she did not vacate it because she was not finding another house to shift. So I was in a fix whether to take this house or not. So then I put a Prashna on 28th March yesterday at 17:31 hours. The Udhayam is Aquarius, and the planet which is influencing the Udhayam is Jupiter. Jupiter is coming towards, it is moves in an anti-clockwise direction. It is in the sign Pisces and coming towards the Udhayam, which is the Aquarius, and the inner planet Saturn is also there in own house. Now the outer planet is most important. The outer planet Saturn is placed in Libra and it is exalted. So the Uday and Udaypati are strong, and Jupiter is approaching the second lord is approaching the Udayam. It clearly shows that the 11th lord and the second lord are approaching towards the Udayam. 11th house is you see success in attaining your achievement, in attaining your desires and gains, and second house is also wealth, and Jupiter is also Karka for children. Jupiter is approaching, so what does it mean? That I am going close to my daughter's house, and incidentally from my daughter's house, this house is just a kilometer. Then it shows the third house. We have to see for property the fourth house. The fourth house is Taurus. Fourth house is Taurus, and the Lord is Venus. It is placed in the 11th house from the Udhayam. The outer planets are most important to give you the immediate predictions. For long-term predictions, we have to see the inner planets. So the fourth house has got the fourth house, Venus is placed in the 11th from the Udhayam. It is very good, and it is not afflicted. The fourth house is also not afflicted. So then you see the significator of property is Mars. It is placed in the third house, in own house. It is in the sign Aries. So the direction is east, and it is in the nearby vicinity because third house is nearby, and the rays of Mars is 4. So the house has to be within 4 kilometers from the Aquarius house. From my house, this house is 3.5 or maybe just 4 kilometers. It is in the east direction near to my daughter's house. Since Jupiter is approaching the Udhayam and Jupiter has got a raise of 10 days, so within 10 days I will shift the house, and that is 7th of April. And this is what I had thought, that if this lady vacates, then I will shift around the 7th of April. And this chart also shows 7th of April. This morning only I got a news that she is shifting on the 31st of March. She has got hold of some house and she will be shifting on the 31st. Till yesterday when I raised the Prashna, there was no such information about the tenant vacating the house. Then we have come to know the direction, we have come to know the kilometers, we have come to know, and Mars is upper story, a built up house and upper story. I have got a house on the first floor. So gentlemen, the answer is amazing, but it is showing exactly what has been decided, and the future is also good. Then the second question was that my house, which I am from, where I am shifting, this has to go on construction and we have to have an approval from the government. So when Sun crosses the Kavippu, which is placed in the 8th house from Udhayam, is Virgo. When Sun crosses Virgo and reaches Arudha, that will be the time when there will be a complete sanctioning of the house, so making of the house. So friends, I may have to wait for 5 days because the Delhi government, the central government has put a ban on giving the freeholds. They are not converting the properties into freeholds, although they have taken all the formalities have been completed. But as per me, till sun, the transit sun crosses Kavippu, that is the Chhatra Rashi, in the 8th house, Chhatra Rashi, and which is also called the Kavippu, and which is equivalent to 10 Rahus. So when transit sun crosses the Kavippu, then probably somewhere in September the construction would start. But I have no other alternative, because we do not know when the government can give an okay. So this news also came only 2 days back, and I had hired this house in February. So I don't want to lose this opportunity. Maybe I have to bear some little money, but all the same, if everything goes well, then maybe the government gives early. But I do not see when the transit sun crosses the natal sun. So maybe when sun crosses, it is in Pisces, it goes in Aries, then in Taurus, then in Taurus and Gemini. When sun goes in Gemini, then probably there could also be some approval. So this is all, friends. Just wanted to share that this technique is amazing. It tells you each and everything, and all the intricacies, and you get, if you learn it, you have to learn the techniques. Once you learn the technique, it is very easy. And even if you don't have a background of astrology, complete notes will be given by me, and if you learn it and practice it, there is no reason that you will not be able to get good, do the correct readings. And I have used it for stock market, I have used for questions for marriages, for profession, for disease, for person going abroad, and all the questions I have especially used for mundane astrology also. And I find this technique is amazing, and it gives amazing results. Some predictions were also made by me, which were not, I had not mentioned in my predictions, that the certain predictions were made on the globe also using this chart, especially for the stock market, when the stock market will go down and when the stock market will go up. Using this technique, it gives wonderful good results. So this is all, friends. Just wanted to share that this technique is wonderful. I am also teaching this technique in batches and as per the convenience of the learner. Those people who are abroad, they cannot form groups, because the difficulty is that one person is in Australia, the other person is in Canada, so the time frame does not match. So maybe in those cases I may have to teach individually if people are interested, and the fee etc. can be discussed on phone, and there will be 10 classes for 1 hour each, and 10 classes, any additional class will be separately, but in 10 classes I will teach you how to use this technique, and also practice for at least 25 charts for the method of predictions. And this is all, friends. So if anybody is interested, you can contact me. I have given my numbers. Both the numbers are available on WhatsApp, and I have also my email ID. We can talk on Zoom, we can talk on WhatsApp. So as per your convenience. Thank you very much for listening to me. Have a good day. Bye bye.